seen you in a while. What has the progress been so far?
An extensive manhunt has been going on ever since really that he allegedly killed his grandmother, and then once he tried to kill one of my deputies. We've been out in full force, and all of the federal and state agencies and local agencies. I've had numerous sheriffs come into the county to help us, and now that we're concentrating on the Craven Beaufort County line, we've been working closely with them as well. But the resources that have come in to help us, it's been I've been very thankful and grateful because this is an ongoing operation 24/7. We have men and women from my office and other agencies in the wooded areas and on these roads in northern Craven County 24/7, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're going to continue to use technology to track down this fugitive and bring him in so he's not a threat to our community.
And so what are some of the resources that have been used? I know you guys have been kind of talking about it, but what do you guys continue to use?
Right. North Carolina Wildlife has brought in consistently anywhere from 10 to 15 wildlife officers to help work in the wooded area. They've also brought in their fixed-wing aircraft to give us air support. State Highway Patrol, same thing. A lot of troopers have been on the ground here helping us, and their air support with the helicopter has been very helpful as well. We've also had private citizens with aircraft come in to help us do sightings where deputies will get in the aircraft with them and fly looking. So drones, we're using those as well. The State Bureau of Investigation has been great. The director and I have been in constant contact multiple times every day about our progress and what the Bureau can do to continue to help us. U.S. Marshals, same thing. New Bern Police Department, I could go on and on. I don't want to leave anybody out. But there has been a lot of resources put behind this, and we're going to continue to put the pressure on him until he makes a mistake and slips out and we see him. The biggest thing is I want to encourage people to continue to call in these tips. If there's someone suspicious or resembles him in any way, please call 911 immediately so we can do what we do. But I'll tell you, the men and women of my office have been very diligent and dedicated in finding this gentleman. We're going to continue to go after him, and they're all very dedicated. He went after one of our own, as well as his grandma. Big mistake, because we're not going to let off until we get him.
We're trying to get him.
Well, first of all, what he did allegedly to his grandma was a terrible thing. And, we were throwing resources behind that, because that's a murder case. And, he was at large. But then when he assaulted one of my deputies that went to check on a suspicious person, not knowing that he was the murder suspect that he was checking on, and he assaulted him with a knife and tried to kill him, yeah, that does bring another level as well, because this is somebody that we see every day. He is one of ours. And it's not that it's any more important or any more of a priority, but it's really, you can put a face with that name, and it's someone that is out riding these roads and protecting our citizens every day. So if this individual would do this to his grandma and then a public servant, he has no care for life whatsoever. And I would say he is a very disturbed young man. I hope and pray that we will have peaceful resolution, but we are going to bring a resolution to this one way or the other.
And so does the conditions today change anything when it gets wet and cold, or no?
It does, and the ceiling on the sky, that has a lot to do with air support and all that, and we try to bring in those resources when we have a positive sighting or we have credible information of where he might be. But on a day-to-day, like today, you're going to see a lot of my deputies, state troopers, wildlife officers, SBI agents, riding the roads, riding back paths, hitting some of these farm paths. We're going to be clearing a lot of buildings that we see that might be vacant, and all that's to ensure that he is not in that area and we can clear the area. And then we just keep a very, very tight rein on that area and lock it down. But once again, the tips from the public, so important. I can't tell you how important it is for us to get those, because we follow up on all of them.
And has nighttime patrol differed from daylight patrol?
Well, it does a little bit. It does. During the daytime, we do a lot of stationary, just watching intersections, watching the railroad tracks, watching paths. At night, we're more mobile because we feel like that is more apt to be moving during the nighttime. So we're mobile as well. We're doing a lot of foot patrols in the area, as well as a lot of stationary patrols.
And so we've had a lot of comments of people saying, hey, we don't see you guys out there. Are you guys back in the woods and that is why?
The majority of the time we are, because it's very unlikely for Mr. Connelly to be walking down US 17. So yeah, we are. We're on back. We're on fire lanes. We're in the woods, deep in the woods, looking. We're checking a lot of areas where hunters go regularly, where there might be tree stands. We're checking all those. So a lot of it is off the beaten path and in the woods. So yeah, realistically, you're not going to see us. You might see some of our patrol cars parked out here, but more than likely, we're going to be in the road, in the backwoods, and we're going to be clearing buildings that are vacant. Or anywhere where we get a call or a possible sighting. And a lot of times it's not out here on the major thoroughfares.
So for hunters or people that live in these backwoods, what would you recommend them to do and how do they stay updated?
One, if you have any buildings, make sure they're locked down. If you have any question about whether or not, something looks suspicious, call us so we can clear the building. Then let's lock it down. Same thing with your house and same thing with the vehicles. There's no doubt in my mind if Mr. Connelly gets a chance, he'll steal a vehicle. And there's no doubt in my mind he feels that the heat is on him here, and that's why he's hunkered down. We feel deep inside the woods, and this area there's a lot of swamp, and the woods are very thick. So it is very, very difficult to do a search. When you have rain and wet weather, that does complicate matters as well.
So have y'all had any sightings in stores? I know there was a couple pictures, or has it been just in the woods?
Most of it's just been in the woods, utilizing trail cams. We've gotten some live footage at times of him, and once we get that, then obviously we dispatch to that area with the resources that we have. Using multiple canines, my office has 7, but we've also utilized the bloodhounds from Department of Corrections. Bloodhounds are strictly tracking dogs. They look for articles and humans, so they are great to have for tracking. My canines are multi-purpose, but tracking is part of it, so we're utilizing those. But once again, the inclement weather, that at times can hamper the tracking capabilities of these dogs. Also, with the aircraft, we've used multiple helicopters from not only personal individuals, but the State Highway Patrol has brought in their helicopter, fixed-wing aircraft from not only the SBI, but also wildlife. So a lot of resources coming together, and we're going to continue to do that. We call in these resources when we have a credible tip or a sighting.